Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, we're going to be going over some of the best recipes in all of the Forge for weapons. And I'm not talking about just best recipes in the terms of damage, but ones that are actually very affordable and super easy to craft no matter where you are. Now, I should mention with this update, they did add a brand new little cave, which is this area here. And what this area basically did was it introduced a few brand new, the ores inside of the game. But guess what? For the recipes I'm going to show you, you actually do not need any of the ores that come out of this cave. In my last video on how I made the best weapon, I went ahead and made this little spear. And this spear has actually been the best weapon in my inventory for a very long time. Now, with this update, we are able to go much higher, much better. To do this, though, you are obviously going to need a few different types of ores, and I do have a lot of flexible options for you guys to pick from in case you don't want to get some. Obviously, we all know Gargantuan's the best, right? It's got a 25 times multiplier, but I'm not going to ask you to get that. If you want to get it, definitely go ahead and do so. I will personally be using the amount I have, but you don't have to use that. The first ore you definitely need for this video, though, is going to be this Void Star ore, and as you can see, this can be found in a lot of rocks. This is literally found in like everything from the medium ice crystal and up, and a lot of these are kind of a bad choice to choose from. Now, if you're really trying to dedicate yourself into getting this, you want to go wherever you have the best access to, because that ore has the highest multiplier. So, for example, if this brand new cave is your best area now because you just unlocked it, go ahead and just mine anything inside of here, and you're very likely to get it. Obviously, I do recommend you go ahead and throw on some potions, such as the miner potion and this other one over here. And matter of fact, before I go ahead and start mining, I want to also put some runes on this. Now, for runes, I will get into it more in this video. However, the best rune that you can actually go ahead and put your stuff on is something I have managed to get. Your goal is to get damage or swing speed, aka swift mining on your stuff. So, I do have a specific one right here. As you can see, this has mine power 15% extra and swift mining 12% extra. This is quite literally the best thing you can put on anything, and I have somehow managed to get it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it to my pickaxe, and now this is going to allow me to mine faster, meaning I can get through these rocks quicker, and, I'll eventually keep getting some of these void stars. You actually don't need a lot, but I personally recommend getting like around 10, because if you do that and you eventually end up running out because, you don't get a very good sword variant, you will have some more for whenever you come back. You'll be able to try it more and try to get the exact type of thing you want. But it looks like I'm not getting it out. This medium crystals. Nah, we got frost fossils, which is fine because you can also go ahead and use those. And I'll show you later on what that is for. Alright, doesn't look like we got it out of that, although I'm somehow managed to get stuff way more rare. But you get the point. I have tons of them, and I recommend you grind in your best spot. You are also able to grind for a lot of these ores I'm going to mention in this video while being AFK, which I did make a video on. So if you want the best absolute AFK spots in the game, I highly recommend you check out this video because you can even get Gargantuans from it. The next ore you actually need isn't much of an ore. Like, you're not going to be able to find it in the index, but this thing is called the Golem Heart. And I understand a lot of you guys are probably going to be like, oh no, there's no way I can get this. Well, just to show you, I personally myself can one-shot this boss. Or not one-shot it, but I can fight it continuously without dying. I'm gonna also show you guys how you can make the current weapon I have as well as my current armor in order to ensure you can beat it. But just to show you that I can do this by myself. And by the way, the chances of this thing actually dropping are fairly common. Like, it's actually not that rare. But every time he's basically about to attack me, I dodge, and whenever he does these little circles, I run around and instantly start attacking him as soon as I can. So there we go, boom, and as you can see, I'm literally just not getting hit by him. I have life steal on my sword, so it's super easy. And then I just dash while he does that because there's an immunity thing that I have on my armor. And in case you ever do get low on health like I just did, you can literally come to the top of the map right here and just camp until your health goes back. Your health goes back. Your health goes back up, bro. That's what I mean. Now that my health is back up, I'm literally just gonna jump in the fight, bro, and go ahead quickly finish this guy off. He's gonna do that. I just dash. There we go. As you can see, now I'm back to basically attacking him. The developers definitely did not set up this boss good at all. There's so many ways to avoid him, and even if I get hit, bro, I just attack him a few more times and I'm back up to max. But there we go. I defeated him, and unfortunately, I didn't get any of it. But, bro, I've literally gotten the minor shard as well as the golem heart multiple times in a row. And whenever you get enough, honestly, probably, yeah, I have 5. That is enough. I don't know what the chances of it actually dropping, but I promise you it's not 1 in 55,000. That is just cap. And this last item that I highly recommend you guys get if you do not want to use Gargantuan. And these are going to be multiple choices. You have one, the Yeti heart that you can get. This is found obviously by killing the Yetis at the top of the map. And these are all the way in the back of this area. They are actually guaranteed to spawn now. However, the Yeti heart is so easy to get from these guys. And like I said, if you guys don't have a very good sword, don't worry. I'm going to give you my current sword recipe later on in this video. So that way you can grind for all of the materials needed. But okay, I killed one. I didn't get it, unfortunately. But, bro, I can just stand still and swing at these guys. They literally do not take away my health at all. Oh, my God, bro. I didn't get it again. Okay, I promise you I've gotten like 10 of these, right? Where's my Yeti hearts? Yeah, I literally have 10. It's so easy to get. Okay, there's 2 more. I'm going to kill both of them at once real quick. Yeti, can you please give me your heart, man? I'm trying to make a video here. If I don't prove to the viewers that you're easy to get, they're not going to believe me, bro. Okay, I didn't get it from him. And oh my gosh, I didn't get it still. Okay, hold on. Pause. Please, please, come on. Give me the Yeti heart. Bro, I swear they nerfed it or something. It was very easy for me to get. I still think it's going to be pretty easy. It shouldn't be much harder if they did nerf it. Or maybe I'm just very unlucky. But getting the Yeti heart is actually going to help you replace the Gargantuan in this method I'm about to show you. So that way, you know, you won't need the Gargantuan in case it goes bad. But to craft this thing, now you are able to make any type of weapon you want. The more you put in, obviously the heavier the item you're gonna get. However, personally, you want to keep it 33% across the board for every one of these things you put in. So for example, if I'm putting in 1 Gargantuan, or you can go ahead substitute the Gargantuan with Crimsonite, or like I said, the Yeti hearts, any of these works. Just substitute it with something else other than Gargantuan. You want to keep whatever you put in though as a very high multiplier. It'll save you the most. However, for this method, I am going to do it with the Gargantuan. And for Gargantuan, let's say I want to put in 1. That means I must also put in 1 Golem Heart, which, where are my Golem Hearts? There they are. And then also 1 more, which is going to be the Void Star, which I told you guys. Now, this will give me a 100% chance at a dagger, which is not actually what I want, just because the best dagger is a 1 in 16 chance, and that's really hard to get. There's no way you're going to get it. If you do, congratulations, you're extremely lucky. But I'm going to go ahead and add 1 more to each category. That way, it still stays at 33%. And now, as you can see, my highest chances are for a straight sword. You might say, well, the best straight sword is also a 1 in 16% chance, except it is not. Although that is the absolute best, you should I highly recommend you guys come to the Santa shop and unlock these 2 recipes. And those 2 specific recipes include the Candy Cane as well as the Hellslayer. The Hellslayer is actually extremely cheap, and in my opinion, this is the best worthy one to make because this thing is a very big sword and it gives you a good bit of range. But I'm just gonna go ahead and spend 200 tickets, get that recipe, and bro, getting tickets in this game is like a no-brainer. It's super easy. You just have to do the quest, which as you can see, I have already done all of it for today. But now if I go ahead and put in that same exact recipe, since I am doing it with Gargantuans, and there we go, there's the Golem Hearts. As you can see, I have a brand new thing I can get, which is the Hellslayer right here. It's a 1 in 10. That is genuinely what you want to get. If you get a Falcon, it's still pretty decent, but it's not really good. Same with the Cutlass. If you want to get really close to that one-shot ability where you can kill most of the enemies one shot in the game, you're gonna need something better than those 2, I think. And I like personally testing the game out a little bit, so what I'll do is literally throw in 3 frost of these, and then I'll just craft some random stuff, bro. And this is just to, give myself the better feeling that I'm possibly gonna get a, better rarity item from that category. To be honest, I don't know why I did a dagger. Like, dagger is not what I should have done here. I actually made a gladius dagger, so that is a pretty good one. But however, I'm gonna do this same thing where I have 6 things in to definitely guarantee myself a straight sword. Now, obviously, as you can see, this first one, I think this is really bad. This is the falcon. This is the lowest chance or the highest chance thing you can get, which is the worst. And let's see what we get. The stats on this thing are gonna be buns. It's made out of frost fossils, but none of that matters. Yeah, it's a cutlass, bro. This thing is pretty buns to get, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's the 1 and 2. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one more time just to try and get something random. Obviously, I don't want to use my best luck on this. Okay, see? I got it again. Now, after this one, I'm going to do the real thing because I think the next one is going to be the Hellslayer or the Rapier, maybe, hopefully. Any of those are better than what I'm getting right now. All right, another cutlass, but here we go. Come on. Please, bro, be right, because if it's not, it's gonna suck for the video, but it'll still be a very good sword. It's definitely gonna outweigh my current one. But here we go, 2 gargantuans, and then I'm gonna go ahead and throw in 2 golem hearts, and last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in 2 void stars. Like I said, this gargantuan can actually be replaced with multiple things over here. You can replace it with crimsonite, you can replace it with eyesight, snow eye even, although that multiplier will be pretty low. You can also do the stolen heart, which I actually don't have, but you get it by mining the brand new cores inside of the red cave. Or you could also, use the Yeti heart. But come on, please give me the Chaos, the Rapier, or the Hellslayer. Please, 3, 2, 1, come on. Okay, it looks pretty good. This is way better than what we've been getting. Come on, please be it. And, oh, we got the Rapier, I think. I'm pretty sure that's the one that we have right here. It's definitely not Candy Cane, but here we go. Come on, boom, just like so. Yes, and there it is. It is the Rapier. I told you, bro. I swear this method, is not a guaranteed thing, but it works for me every single time, and I love doing it. And look at the stats on this thing. It's a divine, and it is doing 225 damage with 0.49 attack speed. Oh, and that's actually not where this sword becomes the best. It's actually the perks that come with this thing. So just to show y'all, here we go. This is the same exact thing I just made. Where even is it? Right here. As you can see, it has a lot of perks with it. And these are all very decked out, maxed out almost perks. We got Explosion, which this causes an explosion at a location of victim, dealing 50% of the weapon's damage as AoE. And it's also 35% chance every single time. So that's already insane. Then you also have this Snow, which I don't really care about this, but it applies 25% attack speed and movement slow for 3 seconds. It's a 25% chance on hit. I believe for this there is actually no cooldown, so you can just go ahead spam this on the enemy you're fighting and they basically can't really do a lot. Then you got critical chance, which this is insane because you're guaranteed to hit a crit almost every single time with a 73% chance. Not 100, but very good. And then on top of that, I get burn. I don't really care about that, to be honest. You do get negative vitality, but don't worry. I'll show you how you can recover from this. And then you also get a critical damage boost, which is over 30%. And that's obviously going to help you with your crit chance. And look at the way you just hold that thing, man. That is sick. And like I said, I do have a recipe in case you guys do not know how to craft something like this. I did make a video on this recipe. And this is what I actually used in this video. As you can see right here, I had 5 eyesight, 5 void stars, 5 crimsonite, and 1 heavenite. Now, I believe I do take out this heavenite inside of this video, right? Yes, you can do it without the heavenite and instead do a Surya Fall, which you can do the same method I just showed you with the Surya Fall too. Remember, like I said, if you don't have a gargantuan, the goal of what you want to do if you don't have gargantuan is replace it with anything that is very high multiplier. That is all you need to do with it. So Surya Fall would have been a great replacement in case it didn't work out for me the first time, but thank God it did. And as you can see, I do have 8 of those, and I highly recommend if you're going for any of these things, including Gargantuan, you try and do it in the red cave. This is where your chances, in my opinion, are the absolute highest in comparison to previous updates. You know, these ores in here actually have higher multipliers, and now I can, as you can see, I just one-shotted that demonic spider, bro. Wait, can I one-shot this one? Oh, okay. You cannot one-shot these guys, but at the same time, they are much more annoying to kill. Oh, wait. Can I hit one crit on you? Oh, it's close. It's more like a 3-shot for these guys. Not the greatest, but most NPCs in the game, I can now go ahead and one-shot. And just to show you how fast I can, like, kill something that's in the peak over here. Let's just go ahead quickly jump into the peak. Keep in mind, I actually have not put any enchants on this or runes. I will be doing that in a second. However, let's jump into the peak over here and try to fight these guys. Boom. And oh my gosh, bro. Okay, I am literally basically one-shotting them. As you can see, if I hit this orc right here, oh my god, I'm about to die, bro. Okay, if I hit him once, come here. There you go. Look at that, bro. It's such a slim bit of his health. Now, when I upgrade this, it is going to be one shot. Let's go ahead. Go to the Ruin Maker over here. Enhancer. Boom. This is the guy. Yes, I want to put some runes on this thing, please. There it is. And let's just go ahead and start maxing this thing out. We want to get this to 6. That way you get more slots. You get 1 at 3 and 1 at 6. And come on, 6. No. Bro, okay. The game is just playing around with me at this point, man. All right, come on. 5, 6. No, bro. You better go to 6. Oh, my gosh. I'm stuck in between, like, 4 and 5, bro. Please, just go to 6. Oh, now we're going down to 3. Amazing. Oh, great. Am I going to run out, bro? I will say this will drain your cash if you're using Gargantuan, so there's obviously some downsides to this entire aspect. And there we go. Oh, my gosh. I finally got 6. All right, bro, let's go ahead, go to the Ruin Maker, and now we can put some ruins on this thing. As you can see, the raw damage on it now is 292, bro. Oh my gosh. In terms of what the best rune setups for this is, the best, like, little information thing does say on a weapon, the best rune combo is 1 Frost Spec 2, which I don't have, 1 Chill Dust 2, which I also don't have. And those are obtained by fighting the golem boss because they are tier 2s. But it does say +1 drain edge, and the best sub trait to get on, like, the frost spec or literally any of them is attack speed. However, since tier 2 runes can get 2 passives, it is optimal to go for attack speed and critical chance on those. Personally, I don't think I have too many crazy ones. I have to check my old, you know, sword to see what I had put on it. And I did have drain edge on it. So let's go ahead and take those off, and you can actually transfer them onto your new best sword. So here we go. Yes, I have this one with lifesteal, and the reason you need this is because this takes the health of the enemies and you can infinitely fight them. Just stand still and attack. So this gives me lethality too, which means increased damage, which ultimately means more damage overall on my crit and my normal attacks. And then I did put a normal lifesteal, probably because I didn't have increased attack speed. But we're not going to need that thing anymore. Let's go ahead and go to the rapier. And where is this thing, bro? I hate having to search for this stuff. Oh, wait. I just found something good. Okay, the lifesteal and crit chance aren't too crazy on this thing, but this is pretty good. However, my crit chance is already at 73%, as you saw. So I'm not going to go ahead and put this on. I will put on this lethality one that I had, though. But I will say, bro, my ruins are not that good right now. So you definitely can try to get stuff better than what I have right now. Blast Chip is also technically pretty good, and since it has crit damage on it, I'm just gonna go ahead and use that one. I don't really have anything better to use, but oh my gosh, bro, there's so many perks on this thing. Now we have a 35% chance to deal 78% more damage with every single hit, bro. Bro, if I don't one-shot the orcs, I'm going to be so surprised now. Here we go. Let's try. Yup, there we go. It is literally a guaranteed one-shot every time. If I do hit my normal attack, I believe they do die to fire regardless. But if I do want to get an absolute one-shot, I got to hit them with the main attack. And I can do pretty good damage to the elite orcs. The multiplier on my recipe was 15x. However, obviously, like I said, if you throw in less per thing, it is going to fluctuate on how much your multiplier is, and that's okay. You do want to get the highest multiplier possible, but you also want to have some decent traits on your thing, because this is what exactly this method does. It gives you decent traits with a very good multiplier or a pretty good multiplier, depending on if you use gargantuan or not. Now, I'm going to fight the boss next because my lifesteal should still protect me from dying to the boss regardless. But we do have to wait 44 seconds from it. And hopefully I do get a double ruin. That way, you know, I can replace something on this pickaxe and make it better. Also, you can ultimately make your sword better depending on what you put on your armor. You know, I have this thing that gives me 10% extra health, although my sword takes away 15% extra health. And then this lethality one gives me extra damage right here. My armor is definitely terrible, so do not copy my armor at all. You definitely want to get better armor than me, bro. I literally have just a random Velchire helmet on because I couldn't get anything better right now. But I'm working on it, okay? However, let's go ahead and fight this boss and show him what's up now. Oh, wait, actually, before I continue fighting him, I just noticed that I can go ahead and equip something right here. Damage boost. There we go. 12% damage boost to the boss. And as you can see, we are dealing so much. He did actually hit me a few times, so I'm going to heal up here real quick, and then we're going to go jump him down there. All right, where did bro go? Here he is. Oh my gosh. One hit takes away so much from his health. And he's actually ridiculously easy to dodge. You just got to press Q, bro, right as he's hitting you. Oh my gosh. I kill him so much faster than I used to. Oh, dude, this is insane. I'm so glad I got this variant of the sword. Okay, he's about to smack me. But there we go. Just 2 shots left. And there he is. As you can see, I actually just got Frostpeck too. So these 2 ruins have been made a lot easier to get. Developers went ahead and buffed the chances. And just to see what I got on this one. Oh, okay. Yes, this is good. I got freeze enemies for 2 seconds, 33% chance on hit, and an increased lethality by 14%. So this is definitely a pretty good substitute for the blast chip I have. I am going to obviously lose that explosion aspect, but who cares, bro? This is so much better. If you want to be able to visually look at this, here it is. As you can see, this is the information I was going off of, and I did not do the late armor because that's just fully gargantuan. However, this section is very good, and as you can see, the only thing I replaced was the 33% gargantuan. You just want to change that to literally anything else. Just make sure you pick something that has a very high multiplier once again. But I wish you guys the absolute best luck when you are crafting your weapons, because you're gonna need it with the chances in this game. If you enjoyed this video though, hurry up and watch this one on the screen right here. I once said picked it for you myself. I really think you're gonna like it, but pick it fast. This video is about to end, and until then, I'll catch you in the video. Bye.